Yeah, sorry about that.
I have felt my worst nights only to know that more will come. Watch my brothers on the streets peddling beats, asking for a cigarette or a short of an American Spirit or a desperate Newport. Smiled at the hoopers twining their hips like tops and spinnerets, Smiled at the hoopers rounding their hips like tops and spinnerets, twining in tandem with the echoes in the air, making guys at random like me stop in a gogling stare, only to wither beneath their sultry glare. Raging with these same kids in the back of a van, swilling on a handle of Jack and a bottle of Smirnoff, writing this theme of the bohemian dream, because dreaming is what one will do when he's 20-something with nothing to lose, sailing high and aloft, aboard a pleasure caravan of his lofty pursuits, wielding the brush that painted the bus white and wrote free candy on the side, gearing up for a cheap gratuitous ride. I have heard the cries of them and the lies of past times, watched the world change before my eyes as the rain droplets filled them, stinging my eyeballs and blinding me to myself. And while I was surfing the waves of a bourbon whiskey haze, I laughed in the face of imminent alcohol poisoning, comforted by the snores of the goofy puppy I was nuzzling, and found it indeed puzzling that I was missing the days when life was easier, except fuck if it was ever easier. Thinking back to the days when the world was shit, just like it's shit now. But it's beautiful too, because the world bore my affinity for libations and madness, and it bore these kids in this pup that make me feel alive, and bore the CEOs that make us walk the streets broken, ragged, and clothed. Yes, the tyrants who ravage our blight in our homes, driving their fancy cars through our golden summer days. And I watch through my rose-colored lenses like the hopeless romantic that I am. Oh, the hopeless romantics, those pure fools of old, who view those hopeless romantics, those pure fools of old, who view the world through a pair of rose-colored lenses, wielding 50-cent pences, fueled by the absurd to construct epics from lost words, only to be spoken in a fashion slurred, painting the dreams of the unwarranted obscene, dismantling the consciousness, making forgotten souls teem. Oh, they'll scream when the fire burns them, but they'll dream when Luna's light bathes them. Ha! Bringing on madness and stemming on sadness, they'll maniacally smile at the bees and the wasps that sting them, then eat the hive in one go, swallowing full and tasting the honey in their tongues. And Luna, she smiles as the lunacy crescendos into an apex of cataclysms. Ha! Yes, we'll ride the thunder and lightning of Thor and eat the chaos of Odin and Loki, because in our dreams we are gods above sots upon sod. The Vinci's we are, the new Napoleons in training, fending off pneumonia and making cancer our bitch. Finding and drinking the elixir of life and stoking the toke, coughing our lungs out, hacking up the lies they feed us, breaking from the wanton greed they bleed us, letting the seed stoking the token, coughing our lungs out, hacking up the lies they feed us, breaking away from the wanton greed they bleed us, letting the seed they greet us, they need us like clay, they need us, but I'll be damned if they lead us. Oh, heed thus, the wind speaks the truth as it carries on a breeze the scent of roses and the shit and the bourbon and the waft of a recently exploded meth lab and new car smell. I have felt my worst nights only to know that more will come. But my dreams, they make me, so the cold nights won't break me. No, the ice won't take me. Taking mugwort for my night terrors and brandy tinctures for those lonely mornings. The mind but a hive, a corollary, bleak cacophony, some mockery of existence confined beneath bag-like skin, a pseudo facade of genuine adequacy, delusions of adequacy, a gentleman's informality, malicious malady, anti-Casanovic Voltairean, a Valorian sporn, munching sensu beans from the tower of corn, and kissing the pale elegant knuckles of Lady Britannia's scorn of the foreign and worn. Oh, some Casanova he is, high upon a balcony, perched, his lips pursed. Oh, some Casanova he is, high upon a balcony, perched, his lips pursed, pressed wet against their border iridescent under translucent skin, as the lips pucker wet like the Casanova's, a gleek granting passage into her heart of arts. to careening Vikings who roll over hills like the azure eruptions of the Aesir. And simultaneously, me and those like me careen on our own through a forest of green to glean our amanitas and psilocybas, and I'm feeling a little penis envy as we all take to a bed of clovers, tightly embracing Lucy, her kiss on our tongues, only to awake, unlucid, basking under Luna's looming as one of the looped guru, hysterical, crazed, and loving every moment of it. But still, among the masses to remain burdened by the celestial hypocrisy of a terrestrial bureaucracy, stunted by the misincarnations and false fabrications of what it means to be awake and asleep at the same time, and when all my thoughts are conceding to the hellish monotony of this mundane existence, vivid in its anatomy, caustic and viscous, vicious like a fetid womb, rank in its simplicity, toxic with the infusion of our narcissistic self-awareness, as rigid and unyielding as our avarice, laced with torrents of opportunistic cant, writhing in the euphoria of our nihilistic rants, speaking in tongues. But we're only human. I'm only human. I turn, donning a black fez, and walk into the bliss and sunshine, then turn a corner and take a whiz on the back wall of a super Walmart. As the relieving sets in, so does the reliving of that time when I was sitting upon a sofa, surrounded by friends, and sitting to the left of the worst thing to ever happen to me in this town. This town, the days I've wasted in this town, wasted in feeling good and being good and bad at the same time. Wasted days being wasted, be it whiskey, gin, or the smile that belongs to the eyes sitting to my right. Worst thing, short-lived symmetry, synergy, synchronicity, stop, regret, anger, ferocity. My feet tap in a rapid manner. Oscillation slightly rhythmic, rumble, oscillation like that of my heart that night, then that day, worst night. Oh, wasted days. I can still feel the semblance of the lightning that prickled my spine and exploded my vertebrae, as sweet as the gentle waft of tobacco smoke when cigarettes never tasted so fine. The smudged hint of yellow and a whiff of cigarette on fingertips as if weaved with twine, twining to align the sublime that the nicotine delivers as it travels through my bloodstream. The sensation snaps me back into reality and out of my head, and I'm back, pissing off the back of Walmart's wall with the liquid steaming in the cold, holding the spliff I recently retrieved from my left pocket. Then cursed my luck when I realized I left my lighter in the van next to the snoring Zion. That one was a bit difficult. That's my most